wonders at dawn of the world full of war. Early sunrise, I gave promise. You said always, and we run and dance. I'm fire, you're wind, I'm preaching you my church.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this train wreck on the road, shall we? Oh my goodness, what a day. What a time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. My name is David West. Hello. My setup is really messed up, so I'm not going to do the usual regular intro. Going back to the basics here. Just going to turn down my headset here. And look at that, I can't even see the desktop that I want to see. How about the slides? There we go. Let's try that. What a day. Lots of stuff is going on. Lots of changes as usual. But that being said, going to change the format of these live streams a little bit. So we're going to take a little break from the live streams in the traditional sense. I'm not sure how I'm going to come back to them. The videos are staying solid. You're going to find them on Facebook and YouTube for sure. But I think I'm just going to cut the live streams and turn them into something different because no real point in doing the live streams this way because my setup's really broken. Yeah, anyway, that's a whole other story. Let's get to the review and retrospective. So what are we trying to do? I'm David West and I'm trying to make a video game I like to call #Vagabond Game. And the sprint review is where I'm playing the role as the product owner and the developer, where I highlight the things and the progress that were done during the last 3-week sprint that we accomplished with Sprint 2. The retrospective part of that is after we do the demonstrations and we talk about what we accomplished, we do a retrospective of what we learned. We follow that up with a planning session after that. So we'll see how that all goes. So that being said, let's get to the sprint review. What did we accomplish during the sprint? This was our plan. So our plan was to do development, design, and administration. And the goal was to test the gameplay. More specifically, get something out there. I wanted to start testing the gameplay, testing some of these ideas. And, that didn't really happen. But we'll talk about that. In terms of the results, got a lot of stuff done. Did manage to get the storyboards completed. We're going to recap those ones in a little bit during the demonstration section. We're going to set up the download portal we set up a download portal for the new game, although you can't download it yet, but the download portal is set up and it's all decided how that's going to work. And last but not least, I documented a brand new purpose. That was a new task that was not in the original plan, but I did a traveler purpose, so I'll talk a little bit about that at the end too. In terms of what wasn't started, I didn't get the first draft of the Marketeer dialogue script. Good reasoning for that is the traveler purpose is actually a little bit better for prototyping, and we'll talk about that. And I did not port or salvage any code from the old prototypes, only for lots of reasons, but mainly because I spent a lot of time on other stuff. But we'll go through that as we discuss what we finished. As for the goal, test the gameplay, that was a complete miss. That means there's a missed opportunity here for me for sure. I'm doing some conferences over the next little while. Wanted to have this thing ready to go and out the door while because next week I'm going to be doing some heavy practicing and prep for those conferences. But that being said, this isn't ready, so it's kind of a missed opportunity for a bunch of new people, but that's how it goes sometimes. Yes. So what was done? On the design side, managed to complete the storyboards for entering a dialogue, exiting a dialogue, and holding a dialogue. So got those 3 major pieces storyboarded out and fleshed out, and they feel good. That's the important part. In terms of the new purpose, came up with the traveler purpose. So the last time we talked about this, there was a quest line or a purpose, as I like to call it, but a quest line that was called the Marketeer. We had the musician, high production value for music. The Marketeer was all gameplay, but it's still pretty complicated with the markets kind of system in there. The Traveler is real simple. You go from east to west, or west to east, and that's it. So there's, you do that through conversation, you do that through dialogue. It's way simpler in that sense, but that's really good for the prototyping point. So we're going to stick to that. Development, nothing was actually done in that, but on the administration side, I did set up the new download portal. There's some more stuff that needs to happen to complete it 100%. The download portal is set up and kind of on the way over. Yeah, in terms of what's in progress, nothing's in progress, but what wasn't started, None of the development was actually done, so there's a good reason for that. But I want to talk about the design. Like I said, the design didn't go all that well, or the design went well because I did the Traveler instead of this Marketeer dialogue. So I do need to get into the dialogue design aspect, and that's going to come soon. But now I can actually simplify it a little bit further, which is great. The reason I didn't want to do the development is, yes, I did spend a long time on the administration figuring out this download portal stuff. But I started thinking about the game and the audience that I'm trying to target for this, and it's people that not necessarily just sit on Mixer and video gamers in the sense that I am, or a lot of the people I see, but they're people that might associate an artwork. So I've been using open free art from Kenny.nl and the old prototypes, which is fine. It's a great asset to use. But for this, I'm more concerned that people are associating that artwork with my final product, and I might just use bits and pieces of it, but I want to feel a little bit more gray box. I want to be prominent that it's a storyboard or that it's a prototype over something else, over the completed product. Yeah. So let's talk about the demo. Let's see here. So let's just see if I can change the slides over here. So let's try new slide deck. Here we go. Gotta fix the slideshow. Such a mess today. Not gonna apologize for it, but man, it has been a day for some reason. It all fell apart near the end here. Okay, so let's try this again. Properties. Perfect. So storyboards. So these are the things. So this is really my light prototyping that I've been doing, and the storyboard index here. These are the different user stories that I'm trying to flesh out, so I can understand what I'm going to be building. So as the player, I can walk up to an NPC and start a dialogue. Seems pretty straightforward. That's a pretty straightforward one. It's going to kind of warm us up to this storyboarding idea. As the player, I can put a dialogue on hold by walking away from the NPC so that I can interrupt the dialogue and move around the level. That's kind of a neat one, I think. That's kind of the hook that I think that has something different in my game. So that's what I want to experiment with the most. As the player, I can resume a dialogue on hold so that I can continue the dialogue. So it's about putting something on hold and bringing it back. And then as a player, I can exit a dialogue with an NPC so that I can end the level. And there's also, as an NPC, I can exit a dialogue so that I can end the level for the player. So there's this two sides of those stories, right? I'm the player, I want to end the dialogue, so I do it, and then the NPC can actually end the level as well. So there's kind of a bit of gameplay finesse there. Let's talk about what it looks like to start a dialogue. So here's a storyboard. We've got our two characters on screen. You walk up, there's the player, and then the dialogue begins. So you can see there's these profile pictures in the top right and the top left and bottom right. And you say, hello there. And this is where you kind of get these options showing up. So then I kind of go off and I pick one. Let's just say scowl. So I pick scowl. And now my profile picture changes a bit. So again, this is a real rough prototype. And then my dialogue appears, my response. And then the scene kind of plays out. The script continues. So it's kind of a cool way to do that. Oh. Whoops. I think I broke it here a little bit. Let's just clear timings just in case. I think I got some weird timings there. There we go. Let's try this one. So hold and resume a dialogue. This is the one that I think is the most interesting. So as the player, I can put a dialogue on hold by walking away from the NPC so that I can interrupt the dialogue and move around the level. This is kind of the thing I've been messing around with in my head. So I really want to learn more about this and what that actually means. We're going to get into that in this. Also, as a player, I can resume a dialogue that I put on hold so I can continue the dialogue. So think about it from a top-down, old-school RPG, walking up to someone, and in the mid-dialogue, you start moving away. You know, that would have an impact on how you talk to them, but I like that idea of playing with one of these little assumed tropes that, you know, you don't move in an RPG. Something really simple. You don't move. In like Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy IV or any Final Fantasy, start talking, your player doesn't move. Why not? So, I start walking away. Hey, wait, where are you going? See, that's where the NPC kind of goes away and freaks out. You can kind of wander around the level a little bit. Then you come back, you can engage. And then you can say, oh good, you came back, did you find something interesting? Maybe you went and got an item, or you found something, or whatever you did in the level. And you can respond accordingly. It'll have impact on the dialogue, though, the fact that you left. So, and then exiting a dialogue. So as a player, I can exit a dialogue with an NPC so that I can end the level. So do you want to talk to me about something? And then you say no, goodbye forever. And then that person will just go off and say, well, see you later, I guess. And then that's what, at that point, you can exit the level and disappear. It is it's intentional that I kept the thing on the right hand side there, the profile picture. Kind of playing with the GUI a little bit, but we're gonna see that flesh out over time here. So, and of course the NPC can do the same thing. So I say nope, and then maybe that's a cue for the NPC to leave, and then they just walk away. So that's the demo of the storyboards. The next thing I wanted to show, if I can, let's see if I can do this. Give it a whirl at least. There we go. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but ultimately, I set up a Discord page. So what I ended up doing was there is a Discord called Kokoboko Studios, and I will be setting up the invites will be coming out sooner than later. If you're already a part of it, great. If you're not, that's coming very soon. I'm going to figure out how to get that out there. But the reason I did that, what is this? Cancel, just cancel, just. This stream is a disaster. I cannot get over how much of a mess this is. I can't show you the download portal because I can't get OBS to do the thing I needed to do right now. If I go to desktop, what happens? Properties. Just want to see if I can get this thing up here because I want to kind of talk a little bit about it. Main screen, properties. Yeah, it looks like it's blocked. So, in any case, I do actually have a Vagabond game download link in the Discord. So there's actually a store page. You can download it. It's fantastic. It's going to work that way. Catch is there's a whole bunch of marketing a whole bunch of requirements for me to set up to finish the download portal. So although the portal is working and the download's there, things are ready to go, and it's going to be free. I'm not going to sell this thing. You just have to join the Discord. All that being said, I do need to finish up the details. So that's coming up in the next short while, but it's coming up on Discord, so that's very exciting. Yeah. So, other sprint highlights, like I say, Twitch and Discord are the place to be. This is the thing I've been hanging out with a friend of mine on Twitch called SourceCoot, and he's a great developer from the Netherlands. I follow his stream, and he's recently been Twitch affiliated, and I'm just kind of thinking a lot more about the live stream and the point of it. Because I watched his stream and he was having a lot of fun, and I realized these streams aren't that fun for me. So I'm gonna figure that out. These are good videos. I like doing the videos. So I think I'm going to take a break from the live streams and just do the videos for Mondays, and that's going to be fine. You can find me in the Discord, but yeah, that's where I'm kind of coming back. But I am hanging out in the Discord a lot, so I get notified of anything in the Discord. So if you want to come find me, head over there. It'll be good. Other sprint highlights: the Traveler Questline will further simplify the design. Like I said, I kind of frees up anything I need to do, so it gets me kind of focused in on the writing part of it, just writing characters, which is good. And the storyboards, although it kind of rushed through them there, they feel really good, man. I'm happy about that. In terms of Project Health, it's behind schedule. I wanted to say that it was doing okay, but it's behind schedule. I mean, just thinking about this, the download portal, as much as I'd love to say it's done, it's not done. There's just marketing assets and a video to do. It's a big task. So that's actually still technically in progress. So things are just behind schedule. The backlog's building up. Players are still unable to download the game. Things are behind. That's just how it goes sometimes. You have to just take your lumps and keep moving. But man, things are not going to get easier this coming month. October is a very busy month for me with respect to conferences and a little bit of travel and work. Got a lot of work things going on, so things we'll get things moving, but we'll see. The updates will keep coming. So next step is to finish up the Discord store page requirements, get that store done, and then get prototyping, get doing some prototyping, get experimenting with this gameplay, get people playing. It'll be good. So in terms of the retrospective, what did we learn? We learned that the Discord download portal requires some deeper thinking about how to talk about the game. I spent a lot of time in that Discord portal, and I really like what I've made. I'm very happy with it. I'm sad that I didn't make the deadline for myself, but I am happy about it because it was a lot of work to work through some of that. And the storyboarding came together in one night. It was crazy. I've been postponing those things, but man, I'm happy that they're actually working. So the less good, focus too much on administration. And that was the download page stuff, so I spent way too much time on that, but that's how it goes. It needed to happen. And no development's actually started. I got one bug done, but nothing crazy. So lessons learned. I need a gray box prototype more. So gray box, not just use polished art assets to make it look clean. I want it to look a little bit jaggy so people know that it's a prototype. And I will put in some developer art in there, and then over time kind of figure that stuff out. So that's what I've learned. And then storefronts will have to have all storefronts will have their own tools and requirements that will take extra effort up front to set up. So although I'm familiar with itch.io, the Discord one is a better one, I think, for what I'm trying to accomplish. But again, I had to learn that whole tool stack, and it wasn't bad. It just took a couple nights, but it's all just time, and I don't have a lot of it. In terms of call to action, so next sprint, there's going to be no design tasks for the next sprint. And I'm also going to submit the game as early as I can by Discord to get it reviewed, so that'll be good. Any questions? If you have any questions, please ask them in the Discord. That's where you should go to ask me questions. It'll be great. And so with that, I'm going to move on to the last slide deck. So thank you so much for doing this. Oh, did I not have... Let's go back. Everything's still valid. I just didn't have the things working out. This has been one of those days, man. This is the thing about the stream. Thank you for your patience, but this stream has been a train wreck. But that's okay. This is gonna be the last live stream for a little while, mainly because it's not that I don't need to polish these up a little more. I do, but I need to just kind of really, what I've learned in this whole Discord thing is that, let's just get to me for a sec. What I learned in Discord is that focusing on a single platform, figuring out what it can do for you, has massive benefits. Yes, it's not casting a wide net, but that's okay. I don't need a wide net. Right now I'm trying to find my niche audience. I'm trying to find that hook, that thing that's going to find people that are going to help me give me feedback on this game. And Discord's going to help me with that. The live streams are there, but they haven't, I can't find the right way to integrate into them to actually pull people back. So I'm working through that. I think the live streams need to go back to a bit more of a fun thing. YouTube's good. The YouTube videos, the Facebook videos are fine. But again, I got to figure that out. I got to figure out what to do with that. So it's coming around. I'll get there. I'll get there. So let's get the last slide deck going. Let's see here. Let's go to slides. And we're going to do the last one here. Okay. Sprint 3 plan. So it's a 4-week development sprint. yeah, we're doing 4 weeks. I might even bump it to 5 depending on how things look. But I'm doing the video content moving forward, so I think I can make this happen. So it's gonna be a 4-week sprint, just like usual. But we're adding an extra Monday in there just because I have 2 conferences I'm presenting at over in the middle between next week and the week after. So it's gonna be busy. So rather than kind of waste a sprint with like basically 1 week of with barely any effort, I want to give myself a little bit of buffer so after the conference I can see if I can grind some tasks out. We're going to try number 2, test the gameplay. So in the evenings when I'm not working on the presentations and stuff, some nights I'm just going to work on the game because the game is a bit therapeutic. So I'm going to do that. And we're going to try this again. In terms of sprint, this is a very overly ambitious sprint, I think. The development, I want to try to do a bunch of development, but the big thing I want to get done is the administration. I want to get the game admin portal finished and completed. There's a lot of art assets I got to do. I got to do an entire video. I don't want to do it a bad, cheap one. I want to do something decent, so that people are welcome to actually see that I actually give a crap about this stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to try to get done. In terms of deliverables, I want a playable prototype for Windows 10, and I want the download portal, just the ability to download the game in Discord, straight up. As for questions, you can ask them in the Discord, and at that, thank you very much for attending this janky, broken stream. You can head over to vagabondgame.com. That is sending to the old link, but all this is getting cleaned up over the course of October. It's going to be a big shift. You know, thinking about that sprint plan, I got some cleanup to do. I think we're gonna do a little bit extra admin this month, just while I do the presentations. Yeah. You take care of yourself. Do me a favor and have yourself a pleasant day and/or evening. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care.